Released in 1985 as Code of Silence, just out now on 88 Films Blu-ray, and this was one I hadn't seen before. I'm interested to seeing more Chuck Norris. I haven't seen too much already, and this one jumped out at me because it's got Andrew Davis as the director, the man who did The Fugitive, Chain Reaction, a couple of other notable films, and I was interested to see kind of one of his movies from the start. This one had a really interesting cast. You get Dennis Farina, you've got Henry Silva, of course Chuck Norris himself, and Chuck Norris's moustache. All the main players are there, and it's as fantastic as I hoped it would be, with amazing action set pieces. A story that is, yes, familiar, but done really well, so it means it's kind of accomplished. It gives me a good story that I kind of know the beats are going to follow, but punctuated with terrific action that really created a fun film. As we watch this one, we see Chuck Norris as Cusack, a cop who's having a sting operation. He's there to catch some bad guys doing a deal, a drug deal of sorts. What he doesn't know is someone else is always there to kill everybody, steal the drugs and money, and he gets stuck in the middle of a gang warfare.
You slit the throat, pull out the tongue, and on you, it would look beautiful.
Why don't you give it to me right now?
But there's not enough problems with that, so Cusack makes his own by trying to bring down an irresponsible cop as well. One that maybe is a little bit jaded, has been on the force a little bit too long, and if that wasn't even enough, we get Dennis Farina as Cusack's best friend, who's always trying to get him out of the cop business and into some other wacky business.
Listen to this. 2 G's, we open up a beef and sausage stand just outside of Wrigley Field. You dish out the beef, I take in the cash. Free games.
It's not particularly unique, but it doesn't have to be when it's this accomplished and this fun. Like I said, the action set pieces are terrific. Chuck Norris has some wonderful fight sequences in this, really showing the skills he's got, and when they run out of things to do, they'll just throw him in the gym at the police station, just sparring with someone or training, just for extra action to add into this one. You also get to see what a clever and smart man he is as they show some new tech equipment that's possibly going to be used for the police. And of course, Chuck Norris just outsmarts it with a single manoeuvre because he is the man. Code of Silence was incredibly fun, and what made it incredibly fun was the delicious bad guy. Henry Silva is wonderfully evil in this one. He just has that stare, that smile, that kind of nod of satisfaction when families are being brutally mowed down by men hiding in a van with machine guns. It's one of those movies that just kept me hooked, seeing where it was going to go. Even though I knew the end place of this film, how it was all going to finish up and come to a wonderful climax, but I didn't care because I was having so much fun with the characters, with the situations, with the bad guy who I wanted to see being taken down. Code of Silence made me very happy to sit down and watch this one, seeing the Chuck Norris action on show here, whether it be foot chases, car chases, hand-to-hand combat, whatever he was doing it with aplomb. In fact, one of my favourite sequences is when the rest of the police force is kind of shunning him because he's going after that irresponsible cop, and he just doesn't care. If he's going to walk into a bad guy's den where there's like 30 guys, he'll do it, and he'll kick most of their asses on the way.
Hey, you don't want to be in here.
I want your opinion, I'll beat it out of you.
Code of Silence was a hell of a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. I found it to be entertaining in all the right ways, and although it was overly familiar, I just didn't care because it did its job and did its job well. Here we are in the disc for Code of Silence. Let's go to the special features. We have an audio commentary with Kim Newman and Barry Forshaw. Then we have the wonderful extra action direction, Andy Davis, on the Code of Silence. This is 20 minutes, 23 seconds, talking about how he got the break of just ending up with a Chuck Norris movie, which was a big thing, and how his career kind of went on from there, but talking a lot about the script a lot about working with Norris. And it's a great a great person to have on this disc, which was just wonderful. Next we've got The Sound of Silence, David Michael Frank on the Code of Silence. This is 29 minutes and 8 seconds. This is a composer. He's talking about how this was his big break, getting this movie, how it led to a few Steven Seagal, Dolph Lundgren movies, how he'd never done action before this, how it was just a bit of luck even getting the job. You know, he got a new agent. I happened to be the agent that was repping Andrew Davis, and it just kind of worked out like that. It's a really good piece. We also have the Stills Gallery and the theatrical trailer. That's the extras for Code of Silence. I'd love to know your thoughts on Code of Silence. Let me know in the comment box below whether you loved it, hated it, fell somewhere in the middle. There's more content up here if you want to see more of my stuff. And in the description box below are links to the Patreon, the membership program, and manvfilm.com. All ways in which you can support me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.